just got laid off. Just kidding, you got laid off. Or, well, not you, but whoever's playing the game does, in the game, of course. I'll explain. Listen, you get a final paycheck of $25, and it's not much, but it's not nothing. So naturally, as any sensible person who just got laid off does, I took that $25 and I made the most beautiful duck farm. No. This is how it ended. But first I had to actually build the thing, and it tried to stop me at basically every step of the way. This is everything that went into making I said duck. This. Anyway, the good, the bad, and the genuinely cursed. The whole idea was something cozy. Ducks lay eggs, you sell eggs, you buy more ducks. Very simple. The kind of game you could explain in just like one sentence. At least that was the goal. But simple and easy to build are not the same sentence. First job is to make the ducks actually feel alive. They waddle on land, they swim in the water, they have their little like idle animation when they're just vibing. Mind you, I drew all of this myself, and I like this yellow duck, but he becomes a problem later. Just remember that. The first satisfying moment. A duck waddles around, plays its little lay animation, then boop, an egg. Now you sell the egg, get the money, buy another duck, and the loop was complete. That is the dopamine that I was looking for. That's the whole game in like a little miniature. Oh, and then the whole intro. The game starts you with 0 ducks and just basically like a little highlighted envelope in the corner that lets you know you've been laid off, and it gives you the $25. That's how you have the money to buy your first 2 ducks. The game kind of teaches you by being sad, and I like that. Because I'm sad. Because you haven't hit the subscribe button or the like button yet. Okay, cool, so ducks lay eggs, but a pond with only one type of duck is pretty boring. So then 5 breeds. Yellow, then brown, then green, then blue, then pink. Each one lays a corresponding color and is more valuable than the one before it, and obviously is more expensive. Which then brings us to problem number 1. The colors. See, I made all these colored ducks by tinting the yellow duck. Turns out when you multiply any color over yellow, it just drags everything towards the yellow. So my blue duck came out swamp green, and my pink duck came out like an orange traffic cone. Basically, they look terrible. But I had 2 options. Option A, I create everything to be like a black and white duck. I'd have to recolor the yellow one, but each color would look exactly how I intended. Or option B, I try to find the exact math to find the right numbers and the right hue to perfectly get the colors, or at least close, that I want and keep my yellow duck. Which is the correct answer? If you answered option A, you'd be correct. But of course, that's not what I chose. I chose option B because, as I said earlier, I like this little guy and I'm not changing him. But beyond that, the real heart of the game isn't even the ducks. It's the pond. And you might be thinking, isn't the whole game about ducks? Yes, let me explain. Like most animals, ducks need water, but in my world, they don't need to drink it, they only need to swim in it. There's basically an invisible bar above the duck's head that tells the duck when it needs to swim. When the bar runs out, the duck can no longer lay eggs, and it must swim in order to fill the bar back up and continue laying eggs. But the catch is, I made it so the pond only holds a certain amount of ducks unless you upgrade it. And the very first pond only holds 5 ducks. So the second you have more ducks than pond, you get a line. A literal duck queue at the water's edge. And yeah, that's the game. The whole strategy is upgrade your pond, raise the capacity, and you can keep the flock laying. Everything basically bottlenecks through the water. If there's a better way to do this, let me know in the comments. This is my first time making a game like this. And if you have made games before, then you know a little part that I'm leaving out. The part where the game development process literally decides to tear you apart. So let's speed run the ways that duck tried to break me. Bug number 1, I hit play and all the ducks seem to want to waddle to the top left of the screen every time. Like there's some form of free snacks up there or something. Turns out the ducks were picking a wandering target before the game had even told the ducks where they were allowed to wander to. They were just aiming at the coordinate 0, which is the top left corner, because that's all they knew. I fixed it by setting the ducks up after they're placed rather than before. Bug number 2, and this is my favorite one to watch. When a duck got thirsty and it decided it was time to head toward the water, it did this. That's a duck having a full existential crisis. What is happening is the duck is redeciding which way to face every single frame, which is 60 frames a second. So it just looks like it's vibrating.
Finally, you answered. I'm calling to remind you to leave a comment down below.
and let me know what kind of game I need to make next. The fix was basically telling it to chill and telling it to make up its mind only about once or twice a second. Bug number 3 only showed up when I decided to add this game speed button. I got this idea from a game we all grew up on, which is The Sims. You know what? Now that I think about it, I blame The Sims for causing me to be as impatient as I am. Being able to speed up life is not something I should have taken for granted. Anyway, at max speed, the ducks would just get to the water and then get stuck. Spinning, twitching, unable to leave, like a Roomba stuck up under your couch. The duck was trying to land exactly on a spot, but at what's actually 8 times speed, it was moving so fast that it leapt right past the spot every frame and overshot, and it just does that forever. The fix was kind of troublesome, but it actually taught me a lesson. If something works at normal speed and breaks at fast speed, it's almost always a number that doesn't really scale with the speed. Just made the close enough distance grow with how fast the duck's moving, and they kind of just snap right into place. And then there's the one that cost me 20 minutes of my life for probably the dumbest reason. My barn ducks just wouldn't show up. I'm not even gonna explain how I fixed it, just know. If you take one thing from this video, when something won't appear during playtesting and there's no error, check the eye toggle before you have to rewrite the whole script and waste a portion of your life like I did. Learn from my mistakes. So at this point, the game works. The ducks lay eggs and the economy flows. The pond bottlenecks and you upgrade. I mean, it's fine. It was cozy and pleasant. Just a little too pleasant. It was missing something. This something. So here's the mechanic. When your pond is full and your duck is frustrated because the pond is too busy to be able to swim and it's already laid all the eggs it can, there's a small chance that now instead of laying an egg, it expresses its feelings in a different way. Listen, if there's one thing I've learned while making this video is I'm not above toilet humor, okay? I don't give a crap. Good one, dude. Hey, listen, the poop just isn't decoration, okay? It's a physical obstacle. Ducks don't want to just walk all over their own feces, okay? There's even a small chance that, like, the ducks will kind of get stuck sometimes if they're, like, surrounded by it. But hey, what would you do if you were stuck surrounded by feces? I'm honestly sorry that we're having this conversation. Honestly, I am. But as you can imagine, the more the pond fills up and the more ducks you have, things can get pretty chaotic pretty quick. Don't worry, you can clean it by clicking around it, or I even put a wipe tool in the barn so you can buy an upgrade for it, and then you can just click and hold and drag the mouse around and you can clean it up even faster. It turned a cozy idle game into a little bit of a crisis simulator, I guess. I guess more of like a duck bathroom emergency, but whatever works. So that's ODuck. You can play it right now free on itch.io. I'll leave the link down below. Yes, I know I made 2 games that are kind of like word puns or whatever. I promise the next time I won't do that again. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to hit subscribe, leave a like, and comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time.